Not every 55-year-old is the same as every 55-year-old. It's not just a question of chronological age or calendar. This was the problem. In order to curtail this, in order to curb this malpractice, the government of India passed the ART law. What is the maximum age limit for IVF in India? There used to be a time when there really wasn't an age limit, which means you could treat any couple who came to you. And good doctors were responsible. They would educate the patient, they would counsel the patient, they would explain the pros and cons and explain to the patient that older patients would have increased medical risk. But having said this, they were also flexible, which means not every 55-year-old is the same as every 55-year-old. It's not just a question of chronological age or calendar age. Some of them were physiologically very young, and some of them were even fitter than 35-year-old women. So we would customize the treatment. Unfortunately, lots of doctors took advantage of this, and they would routinely put embryos back in 70-year-old women. And they would actually publish advertisements and full paper articles and headlines about how they got a woman in Punjab who was more than 70 years old pregnant, as if this was a big deal. All they'd done was put donor eggs inside and she got pregnant. So this was the problem. And in order to curtail this, in order to curb this malpractice, the government of India passed the ART law, which means we are not allowed to treat women who are more than 50 and we're not allowed to treat men who are more than 55. Yes, I know it's a bit of a bummer because it's unfair on a woman who's 51 and wants to have a baby and is physically in good health, but the law doesn't allow us to do this anymore. Unfortunately, because some bad doctors took advantage of the fact that there were no laws or regulations, the government was forced to come up with this particular measure. And now all doctors and all patients are forced to live with this limitation. And that is the way reality is today in India.